What's good, everybody? You know who it is. Robot LVS. We're back with another quick draft of March of the Machine. And we've already worked our way up to Platinum Tier 4. And I've only done maybe 7 drafts or so. To various degrees of success. So let's just jump right into it. At the time that I'm recording this, my first draft of the format should be up on the channel already. In the pack we have some interesting stuff. Finn, Invasion, Galta, Gift of Completion. The problem with Galta and Mavrin is that it is 7 mana. It's also in 2 colors. It's also not that good. It gives you no value when it enters the battlefield. It doesn't really do anything. It costs way too much mana to really play effectively most games, unless you're really trying to ramp into it. And once you do, you have to have a lot of stuff going for you to get a lot of value out of the attacking trigger. I'm just not very impressed with the card. It's cool, but I think it's more of a constructed cheese card than anything. For us, we have Finn or Gift. And I think I might take Finn here. I've been very impressed with this card. Well, there's a Glissa, so we're just going to take that with a nod to the Moloch, Merciless Repurposing, Preening Champion, and then a steep drop-off before things like Invasion of Eldraine, then another, and Cut Short, then another steep drop-off to the Depth Guard, and basically everything else inside the pack. But yeah, we'll just take the nice rare, followed up with an Herbology Instructor or an Elvish Vat Keeper. Well, there's a chance that the Vat Keeper wheels. There's no way the Herbology Instructor is going to wheel. And I think 2s are more valuable to me than 3s. Even though it's a very powerful card, obviously. There's an Aetherblade Agent. Look, if they're just going to hand us a wonderful deck, we will take it. Kind of been on the rails so far, and it's looking even more on the rails now. Completed Huntmaster, very good. We'd even take a Scornblade Berserker at this point, but no need to take it when we already have a great card. This is a little bit worrisome. We see some blue stuff and a Gloomfang Mauler. Not opposed to a Fertilid's Favor if we're maybe looking to splash. I don't really think I want the Gloomfang Mauler right now. Another Completed Huntmaster is kind of right up my alley. Pretty fond of that card. Dismal Backwater is solid on the splash, or for a splash rather. I don't really think I want to hedge with any of these cards, so I will just take the Backwater and hopefully still be on the right track. Bloodfell Caves, that's a red splash land. There's also an Aerial Boost and a Sunder. We'll just take the Bloodfell Caves. We're committing to the cause. I feel like this is the exact same pack that I saw earlier. Oh, it is, actually. It's the one that came back with the Glissa in it. Well, the good news is the cards that wield are the black and green ones. Guess I'll take a Corrupted Conviction. There's a Render Inert and an Unseal. We have some great creatures, so we'll take the Unseal. Bunch of stuff. These are both bad. We're not playing either of them. And we're not playing this either. That was an interesting pack 1. Now we open up a Rampaging Raptor and the card we're going to take, which is Garuda. Garuda, very, very good, very strong card. Rampaging Raptor is great and all, but we're not in red at all. I just learned today, actually, that this was a rabbit. I never really looked closely at the art. I assumed it was like a dinosaur or something and just very small. But no, that is a rabbit. We'll just take the Garuda and feel pretty happy. Streetwise Negotiator, Dina's not bad, but not really what we're looking for, and a Vanquish. Our removal is not great at the moment, so I'm inclined to take a Vanquish. We're not going to get back the Negotiator, unfortunately, but we already have some pretty good 2s. Well, there's a Merciless Repurposing, Phyrexian Gargantua, and a Deadly Derision. We're going to take a Deadly Derision. Blight Reaper Thallid, exactly what we're looking for. I'd like to wield a Wildwood Escort if I can help it. There's another Preening Champion. Sad to see one of those flying around right now. Yeah, we're not playing any of the other cards. I don't think Tenured Oilcaster is very good at all. There's also a Fearless Scald. But no, we're just going to take this, put it in the board. Ichor Drinker, not a card I'm opposed to playing. Not incredible, but yeah, we'll play it. I mean, we have some stuff that works with it. Corruption, Yargle, Stasis Field. So we do have some stuff that flips. Like we have Glissa that flips stuff. We have the Completed Huntmaster makes Incubate tokens to flip. Herbology Instructor flips Blight Reaper and Ether Blade, as well as a token from Ichor Drinker. There's a world where we end up splashing blue. Speaking of, here's another red splash land. Not splashing red yet, but I don't really think I want any of these other blue cards. I don't really think I'm on Mutagen Connoisseur, not really a card I'm very high on at all. There's a Wicked Slumber and a Stasis Field. More likely to play the Stasis, I guess. There's Adina. We'll play Adina. It's not awful, but nothing wrong with it, you know? There's a Rona. Possible splash there. Some uncommons in red. It's crazy because we've seen such a high power level on these cards, but it seems like the colors are all over the place. Well, there's a Doomscar Warrior, a great on-color rare. Would like to wield maybe the Storm or Vanquish. But I'm just going to take a Doomscar Warrior. Card's very strong. Ravenous Sailback, Final Flourish, and some other stuff. We'll just take a Final Flourish. There's a Breach of the Multiverse. Pretty easy pick there. I'd love to take a Jungle Hollow, but we're low on playables, and this is a great power level card. We do have some sizable top-end stuff here so far. It's only 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7. But still, Kami is good. But there is also a Final Flourish, so I'm just going to take that. Drag Recycler is A2. We're not really playing any of the other cards. Yeah. Gargantua and Herbology Instructor number 2. I'm just going to take the Herbology Instructor. We'd play a Gargantua, but I don't really think we're hurting for card advantage and card quality so much as we are for impactful 2-mana plays that keep us alive. We'd also play an Azumi Informant. If we manage to get one of these 2 cards back, I'll be very happy. Merciless Repurposing or Failed Conversion. We'll just take a Merciless Repurposing. Not playing any of these cards. We already have one of these, and I'm not super duper high on it. Just, I don't know, whatever. Take this for the board. Vanquish comes back, pretty cool. Ichor Drinker, nice. Unseal number 2 we're probably not going to play. Invasion we're not going to play. Just some stuff. Halo Forger comes back. Interesting. The Forest. Okay, so we have 23 cards here. We're very far away from companioning the Garuda. We didn't get any... We didn't get any copies of Skittering Surveyor, and we didn't get any of the Overgrown Pests. But we do have just a lot of good stuff. Just a lot of great cards. I don't think we have any battles, do we? No, we didn't take any. We don't really need battles, though. We have, like, plenty of power level besides. Let's take a look from a different perspective. What are we looking to do here? Looking to cut back on one land. So we're looking to push in one spell. Ferdlid's Favor is not bad considering the top end stuff that we have. But I don't really think I want to play another non-creature over just a creature. With that in mind, did we take that, No, we didn't take the Kami. I don't think I want to play the Herd Beast. But I don't think I can play Ferdlid's Favor with literally, like, no payoffs. We have a lot of payoffs in the low drop slots, though. Like, it's great on the Agent, fine on the tokens and Valid, pretty good on Finn and the Herbology Instructors, pretty good with Dina. It's our life gain anyway. We have Herbology Instructor ×2 and Ichor Drinker. Yeah, I mean, two of those, and Dina. Seems like that's not the worst. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I mean, we'll take this. It's a card. It's not great, but maybe we are supposed to play 17 if we want to reliably cast our rares on the top end. We have a lot more black stuff than we do green, so we'll go up one there, call it, jump into the first game, see what happens. Already found an opponent. I mean, I'd say I have high hopes, but you never know what'll happen. It's Magic. Variance is a thing. Alright, so no green, we have a 2 and some very, very far off top end. We're on the draw. If we draw green cards or swamps, we're in a really bad spot. We're just not doing anything. So we're going to mull. This hand looks much better. We're just going to bin the Corrupted Conviction. It doesn't do anything. Well, you know what? We'll bin the Breach. It's way too far away. Not even guaranteed to get that far into the game. Nice. Pretty happy to see that. I'm fine with the Trailblazing Historian. 3 mana plays in black-red. Trying to imagine a 3 that really just attacks perfectly past an Herbology Instructor. And I'm not thinking of too many of them. Yeah, we'll play it. If they want to use their removal spell to get past it, that's fine with me. Okay, well that one does. I didn't think about the Etched Familiar. It's clearly quite good. But they also would have attacked into the Aetherblade Agent, so it's not really like a big difference. Okay, are we slam jamming? No, I don't think we are. I'd like to have a creature behind in case we draw a green for the Doomscar Warrior. Okay, so do we want to trade for a completed Huntmaster? I think the answer is currently no. It seems pretty obvious that they have something going on over there. Furnace Gremlin, not really something I'm afraid of, though. Alright, so just play out the Aetherblade Agent. We'll attack first, I guess. Okay. Play out this, leave up the Conviction and the Flourish. End the turn. I'd like them to spend some removal to try and kill one of my creatures here. I'd like to get some card draw started. Well, I was about to say that's a very interesting attack. So what we can do here is block with just the Aetherblade agent. You know, actually I like just not doing it. I'd like to flip this next turn and give them a decision to make. Alright, well that's fine. What are we doing otherwise though? Do you want to sack anything? No, I don't think we do. That's a pretty good one. No attacks, we'll just play the Herbology Instructor and pass turn. Gain ourselves quite a bit of life here. Now we're set up in a position where we can profitably block the Etched Familiar. And if they have anything, we could just go for the Final Flourish. Or we can just sack to the completed Huntmaster. Well, that's a pretty tedious one, isn't it? Yeah, sure. So are we sacking an Herbology Instructor or completed Huntmaster? I think it's just Instructor. We have Invasion of... No, we don't have the Invasion. What do we have that deals with Broodlord, if they manage to get it back with something? We have Deadly Derision and Merciless Repurposing, but we're a ways off from the repurposing. So they get a card. Okay. So we are going to kill it. We don't really have too many options here. Target this. Sacrifice this. Sucks, but you do what you gotta do. We don't draw green mana. Jesus. Alright, well... Life is a resource, right? Let's go ahead and use it. We get a card back here, that's not bad. But we don't draw a green still. Now we have to fade them getting back the card again. Or hope that we draw into a removal spell. But we have the Corrupted Conviction because now they have a pretty good incentive to kill the Mind Stinger. But they know that we have the Huntmaster as well, so... If they want to kill that, that's fine with me too. I'll draw some cards and then play the Doom Scar Warrior next turn. Draw extra cards off the Mind Stinger. Because if we hit another land... Well, that's really lame. Yeah, I think we just Corrupted Conviction here. That way we don't have to have one of our creatures tapped. 2 more black lands. Pretty much the worst draws in the deck. Okay, so are we trading here? I think at this point the answer kind of has to be yes necessarily, which sucks, but I think that's just what it's going to be. Now the Doomscar Warrior is much worse. Well, there's a Garuda, so... I mean... whatever. I have a hard time believing there's a better choice than that. Well, I got a Glissa. We get a Blight Reaper Thallid, that's our only choice. Did we mill our way to get it back? We did not. We still have the raised dead effect inside of our library. So now we have a raised dead effect for the Gyruda if they kill that as well. This another Furnace Rains? That'd be pretty funny. I would be in a pretty big chump situation right now if that were the case. Deadly Derision. Okay. Well, if the best thing they have is a removal spell, I'm fine with that. We got a Blight Reaper out of it anyway, right? So pretty much no matter what happens, I'm not blocking with the Thallid. It just keeps us alive for way too long. Okay, they exile, get a thing. Am I in a position where I can make trades and try to get... No, you know what? I'm not. We're just going to flip this here. Yeah. And we're just going to play out the Drag Recycler. No attacks. Opponent can trade in their 2/2 for a 3/3. Or they can trade out their Furnace Gremlin for a 3/3. I don't really know what's going on. Next turn, if we don't think that we have good attacks, we can suit up the Blight Reaper Thallid, or Blight, what, Sower? Blight Sower Thallid, with a counter off the Doomscar Warrior and just send it in and see what happens. Or we can wait a turn and flip over the Instructor. Don't like that. So if we suit up the Instructor, that gives us, oh, or you know, or we can just draw repurposing, that works too. Am I using it though? I guess. Because the Herbology Instructor alone doesn't do it to get rid of the Javelineer, and we're at a relatively low life total. I don't think I can afford to just sit around and wait. Plus, after this turn, they're going to have enough mana to just, you know, sack to the completed Huntmaster every turn. So we'll go ahead and kill it now. Yeah. Yep. We get an Incubate 3 out of the deal. And do we want to trade our Thallid for one of their things? Not really, so we'll just pass. We'd like the Thallid to hang back so we can Doomscar Warrior it next turn. Or Doomscar Warrior something. This flips into a 3/3 as well. I'd like to clear out the completed Huntmaster next turn with it, before I play out the Warrior. Okay, well, we will just flip up our thing. My turn. Final Flourish is pretty cool. Happy to see that. We're just going to pay the full cost for it. I don't really see a reason to hold up the Final Flourish as well. If they kill it in response, that's okay. They don't. If they want to sack something here, that's okay with me. They do. Sure. They have enough to flip up, so I'm not really interested in attacking here. Oh god, alright. I should have figured that. They also have the Trailblazing Historian to just utterly ruin me here, which punishes me for not leaving up the Final Flourish. Yeah. Really showed me, I guess. Yeah, Pestern, come on. It's a pretty good last card to have in hand, I guess. I'd like that too. But alas, it'll be our turn, and we're gonna have to sack our Thallid. Be at what, 3 life? Pretty rough. But honestly, 3 life is okay. It means that I don't die to another Onake Javelineer, and they're not really guaranteed to have, like, another one of those anyway. Although, what they could do is get Stoke the Flames if that's inside their deck, and that would be pretty bad for me. Okay. So them tapping their Trailblazing Historians means that I do get to kill the Broodlord before it attacks me. That's pretty cool. So I get to keep my life total at least a little bit padded. And I also get to play the Doomscar Warrior. That's pretty nice as well. I don't really know what the 2 mana is for. But I also don't really think it matters too much. Goodbye. Please. Thanks. I mean, you got back one of the best rares in the format twice. Or played it twice, so good for you as well, buddy. We're gonna go ahead and target the Malady Invoker. I'd like them to kill that if they have a removal spell, so that if I draw a thing, I can get it back. Now, they have enough stuff on board to where I'm only comfortable attacking with this. Well, they're not going to block it at all. Sure, fine by me. Alright, what do we get? We get a completed Huntmaster, which is fine by me. And we'll pass the turn. They transform, they get a 2/2. We select pretty good blocks. Don't know what the mystery card is, but the last one was just Deadly Derision, so I don't know how much better this one can be than that. Well, Gargantua's fine with me. I already have a 4/4 and a 4/3. Sure. My creatures aren't removal proof, but I do have a bit of an insurance policy in case any of them try to get frisky with me. So do I want to attack with the Doomscar Warrior or with the Malady Invoker? I don't know, probably not. Pretty sure I'm just passing here. I'm under the gun here. I really do need to win the game ASAP, but I don't really have too many options. Like, my attacks are just not good. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I do just need to work my way through it. I say that, but they also have 5 cards in hand, so, you know, what am I gonna do? I just eat away my biggest creatures and then they just play any kind of follow-up and I'm just dead. Okay, well, I'm not gonna let them get a Surveil 2 out of this. Seems like they might have only had the one furnace rains. Or maybe just because they don't have another sack outlet, they didn't go get one. Is that what they got? Just failed conversion? Was that the mystery card? No, Phyrexian Gargantua was a mystery card. Well, Stormclaw Rager is pretty much awful for me. Not fond of that one bit. The good news is we do kind of have infinite jumps with the completed Huntmaster. So we don't really have to worry about this because it doesn't have any kind of evasive ability. If it gets flying somehow, though, we're in some deep doo-doo. Yeah, our attacks are still just about as miserable as they were before. But they are going to start trading in their stuff next turn, so I think I'm going to attack with the Finn. And with the Doomscar Warrior, and with... Well, I think that's it. I'll just attack with those two things. It has Trample, so if they do that, I am looking at my top card for free. Alright, fine by me. What you got? What's on the top? Yes, please. I'll take a card draw, thank you. So this is really incredible with the completed Huntmaster, as you might imagine. Play out a green mana. Pretty happy to see that. Honestly, just a pretty good exchange. Not only did I trade for one of their creatures, but I also drew a card out of the deal. They can start sacking stuff if they want to. Not only does it start taking their mana, but they're also going to deck faster than I am. I'm not at the most comfortable life total, but I do still have, Oh wait, how did I mill this? I don't know how I milled it, but that sucks. Milling that is not good. Okay, so that's not a big deal. I'm not really worried about that at all. Okay. It's not like the Scornblade really gets them like a 2-for-1 or anything, because they could have sacked that creature to the Stormclaw Rager the whole time. And Stormclaw Rager's not good on this board. It's just fine. Yep. Really, that's a pretty aggressive attack. Okay, so... I mean, we're going to block, so let's go ahead and line up some blocks. This is a sorcery. Going to block here. Block like that, and we'll see what happens depending on what they do in response. Because right now I'm just happy with this. Sure. Alright, well, we get an extra thing out of the deal. They get another completed Huntmaster, fine by me. So in a board stall, the Huntmasters kind of cancel each other out. I don't have good attacks, they don't have good attacks. Blight Reaper Thalad's nice and all, but... they only have 2 cards in hand. I can survive, probably. I'd like to draw removal for the Huntmaster, though. Well, ask and you shall receive, say the magic gods. Goodbye. If they get to flip the Blight Reaper Thallid, I'm in a pretty bad spot because that offers them 3 additional 3/3s. Sure. This way they only turn the Historian into one. So I do have enough to sacrifice with the Huntmaster and flip up both of my tokens. So I'm not gonna do... Well, do I have an attack here? I do have a Fin attack. Yeah, we'll attack, right? If they want to trade one of their creatures, I'll definitely kill Blight Reaper Thallid. They're not interested in that. Maybe I should have attacked with my 3/3 as well. No, we'll just end the turn. I should have attacked with my 3/3. Would they like to pay 2 life? I'm okay with that. They're on a pretty strict clock here. They only have so many cards left inside their deck. Okay, so 4/4. Yeah, they're gonna figure out the trick here. Phyrexian Gargantua does not have trample, therefore even combat. They can kill it now if they want to. But like, it's just the way it be. Alright, well, flip this up. Then we're going to sacrifice it. No reason to let them survive with an extra life point when they don't need it. Invasion of Asgol, huh? Well, admittedly, I don't like that. What am I gonna sacrifice? I guess Finn? Okay, they go to 4 life. Do I have any way to punish them for that? Sadly, I don't think so. I think I have really bad attacks this turn. Well, not really. I do this. They have 2 1/1s and a 1/3. Yeah, let's do it. Drawing even 1 non-land card would be incredible here. But I don't really have too many options. I'm really at the whims of whatever gets off the top of my deck. They're still at 4. Alright, well that sucks. I drew another removal spell. Put them to 3. Okay, so any 3 damage gets through and is lethal. If it gets through, rather. They flip their invasion. They get an extra counter on their creature. Don't know what their last card is. Can I survive 5 more turns? Seems unlikely. Stormclaw Rage are rapidly losing value, however. Really? Okay. Creature already died, they didn't need that. Ichor Drinker's wonderful here. So they do have to have both of the two creatures die on their side. But that leaves them with a 3/2 menace and a 4/4. The 3/2 menace alone is enough to kill me before they deck. I think we just have to start setting up optimal blocks here. They flip up their 3/3, fine by me. They're gonna sack something else. Furnace Gremlin, that's a good one. They're gonna sack that. I'd like that, that'd be nice. Okay. So what are we doing? Opponent decided on their attack. I think I'm trading one of my 3/3s for the Phyrexian Gargantua. It's either that or I try to trade for the Ashen Reaper. Ashen Reaper is very likely to actually end my career if I let it stick around for too long. And then I think that I chump the Phyrexian Gargantua. Okay. I stay at 14. Get another land. How many lands are in my graveyard? 2. And then I have 5, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 3 of my next cards are also lands. Don't like that. Oh, but I also have the mill card, don't I? Yeah, I do. So somewhere in my last few cards, I have the that stupid card that mills 10, which is like enough. That'll be enough to win the game, because that will mill them for enough damage where they just die on the spot, right? Well, they can't sack the Stormclaw Ragers, so the Furnace Gremlin will only be getting in for 6. Yeah, we'll do this and we'll try to stop the Gargantua with a block. Well, really, they can boost it up to 5 because they still have to have 1 mana left over to sacrifice the Gremlin. Alrighty, okay. Wait, what? I have Breach on top? So I just live this turn and I'm good to go? This is going to be a wonderful clip for Twitter. Here we go, folks. This one's for all the marbles. Breach that multiverse, please. We'll get a Hoarding Broodlord from theirs. And we'll get a Alright, opponent has seen enough. Pretty wild. One card left inside their deck. Like 4 cards left in mine. Yeah, I'd say that was a pretty fun match. What a game, right? Wow. Oh, I I I put it on the bottom with this with I just realized what happened. I put it at the bottom of my deck at the beginning of the game because I mulled. And then I also bottomed 2 more cards at random thanks to something else later. Or 3 more cards. With the Doomscar Warrior reveal, that's what it was. Wow. So if I hadn't done the Warrior for 4 and gotten a card and put that a little bit higher in my bottom 4, I would have lost that game. That's pretty crazy. Okay, well, I'm not really worried about a Rotten Tail. We're just gonna play out the Dina, try to draw out some removal. Not really happy about a Pyretic Prankster, but now it forces them to activate if they want to keep their thing. And I'm okay with them activating. You betcha. No blocks. 3. Yeah, we'll just play out a completed Huntmaster, right? In fact, we'll block if they... are we blocking? No, we're not. This is 5 total, so I think we will be playing it out on turn 5 instead of Glissa. We'll take some damage from this, but our life's a resource. They're not doing anything that's really threatening right now. Okay, well the Depth Guard is a bit on the annoying side, I'll say that. This turn... Since we have the Final Flourish, I think I'll just play out the Blight Reaper. And pass the turn. Not super duper excited about what's gonna happen here, but... Like next turn we have Glissa, we have a lot of stuff. Looking to not have my Blight Reaper die if I can help it. Yes. Are we blocking here? Honestly, I think the answer is still no, which is crazy to say, but like, we have so much stuff. This thing's dealt us, what, 9 damage? Pelucranos, uh-oh. What are we gonna do? Yeah, that's fair. We're just gonna sack our Dina? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, I think that's fair. Not sure what else we're doing, right? There's another Vanquish, so what we're going to do now is activate this. We are going to Phyrexianize activate. I guess we shouldn't have Phyrexianized activated, because we don't have anything to spend 2 mana on. I guess I miscounted. That was kind of stupid. Whatever. So now we can block at least 1 creature and then sack to the completed Huntmaster. If they have a way to buff up the Depth Guard, that would also kind of suck. But hopefully next turn we can draw a 6th land. And we could play the Glissa and still have Huntmaster up for that at least. Well, that does suck. But we have some stuff we could do. Okay, well this isn't actually that bad. So what we're going to do is do this. What are we doing? It is a 5/4, so if I double block, they won't be able to kill. But it also has Death Touch, so it's like... We won there, but I don't want to take this much damage here. So I think we can do this. So their trigger's going to go on the stack, then ours will, so we'll have the 1/1 to sack first. So we'll block like that, and then we'll sacrifice the 1/1. So if we play out the Drag Recycler, we still have Vanquish up, but we also have Activate and Sack to Huntmaster. I think that's our play here. I don't think it's just Slam Glissa. I think that ends poorly for us. Well, that's not very fun, is it? But that's back up 2. So we still have options. What are we gonna do? It's backup targeting itself? Well, not fond of it, but... They're just gonna let it go? Okay, sure. I think we are double blocking here. Like, I mean, what am I doing otherwise, right? Just chumping? Chumping can't possibly be the pathway to winning this game, can it? I think we need to get this off the board so Glissa's a slightly better blocker. If their last card in hand's a pump spell, I mean, that'll suck for me, but... In fact, I think I probably should have placed a pump spell in their hand, based on the fact that they didn't just sacrifice the Voldaren Thrillseeker. So it might have been pretty foolish of me to assume that this block was good. But you know what they say about hindsight, it always comes literally 5 seconds after you make a bad decision. Now I'm just waiting on my opponent to actually make the move. We'll give it a pause until then. Okay, they decide it's good to go through. We draw a Glissa. We're going to play it. Go to combat, and this time we're just going to transform my Incubator token and not attack. We have an Unseal, we have a Vanquish. Next turn, if they manage to kill the Glissa, we can Unseal, but right now I just need the blockers. There's definitely 2 card combos I have that could have killed us here. Cosmic Hunger. Feels like Cosmic Hunger if you ask me. Invasion of Ikoria for 4. What's that gonna do? Doomscar Warrior? Or are they gonna go to the graveyard? Voldaren Thrillseeker? It is a Vampire Warrior. Oh no, Polukranos. Yeah, that's fine. Really? I mean, sure. Like, it's pretty easy. What does the backside have? It doesn't have trample, so who cares? Yeah, we'll block with my free creature. Gonna get 2 more of them next turn. Yeah, I think we are going to play out our land. And then I don't think that we're going to unseal. All we get back is a Blight Reaper and like a completed Huntmaster. We're kind of low on mana. So we're just going to incubate 2 twice. no attacks, and our turn. This is never gonna flip. I mean, never say never, but like, it's not gonna flip from the Polukranos, that's for sure. And if they want to spend their entire turn basically flipping this, in fact, literally their entire turn, that's okay with me as well. In fact, they might not do it just because they're afraid of removal. I didn't play anything after all. I have less lands. Oh dear. Well, that's a pretty bad one. I don't like to see that. They do, however, go get a... No, that's not the flicker. That's the draw. So they draw 2 cards. No, they draw 1 card. Yeah. I'll just have to let it go. 5/4 draw card's pretty good. I have instant speed on... Really? This cannot be good. What could they possibly have for this much mana? You know, I don't even think I care what it is. But I am going to call their bluff. Show me what you got. Really? Well, that's so okay. It's a bold strategy. Good game? Really? What is happening? I don't really get it, but the game's far from over. I'm not going anywhere fast. Like, this is a very, very slow game, my friend. I don't have good attacks. They have more cards in hand than I do, although my board advantage is better. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna block if they do that. Yeah. Still have 5 mana, so we still have Unseal if we flip this up. Gonna really kill that Rotten Tail. Dead. They want to put some counters on the Karuga. That's a lot of eggs in one basket. Sure. I mean, I'm deliberately not using the Unseal. Oh, wow. Well, look. There's an argument for using Deadly Derision here, but I don't need to. My own board advantage is already enough. We're just going to incubate you twice. Pass the turn. One of the only ways this goes bad for me is if I get really hasty and just try to throw myself into a swing. Oh dear, that's a good one. But it also only has 3 power, 3 toughness rather. One of the only ways I lose this game is if I get overzealous. Throw myself into a situation where I'm dead on board randomly to some goofy combination of tricks. If I keep the Deadly Derision up, I basically have nothing that can stop me. Okay. We get to do some more incubating. No attacks, just gonna sit behind all my instant speed interaction. Copperhost Crusher, well, that's not a fun one for me, but I do have about 1 billion power and toughness in play. Alright, well, I'm a little nervous about that. How many of those do I have? We have, what? 7 of them? That's 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I'll just go to combat. We're almost to the point where we can swing for lethal past what they have on board. But the Copper Host Crusher combines well with like one specific double strikey uncommon to make my life poor. Okay, well, they're just attacking me. So let's start with Deadly Derision on the Karuga. See if that goes through. It does. Can't vanquish, so we're just going to activate. And then we're just going to line up about as many blocks as I possibly can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. This plays around +2/+2. I don't know what else the Copper Host Crusher could have. And then for good measure, we'll just throw this there as well. No, I don't need to do that. This should be enough. You know what, I probably should have just blocked with it anyway. I have enough to replay the, Wow, okay. Yeah, that'll do it. So they did have a Stoke, but I wasn't really going to let my life total get that low anyway. Stoke was a card that I had, like, thought about, but I was pretty sure that I wasn't going to have to get that low. Pretty interesting game so far, honestly. Alrighty. Well, we got a 1, we got a 2, we got some stuff. We're on a bit of a mull to 6 with this here, but our hand is pretty good, so we're just going to keep it. It's a bit risky, but there are definitely 6 card hands that are much more awkward than this one. Okay, well, we're just going to discard a green card here. Immediately draw a forest, very nice. Yeah, will attack. Happy to have that die when I have an Ether Blade Agent behind it. It's 4 to activate, so we have something after the completed Huntmaster comes down. Alright. Their own Ether Blade Agent. They also have a flip next turn. So we're just going to do this. They're happy to trade. They're not going to trade. I'm going to imply that I have nothing, see if they feel like flipping. Looks like they do. Sorry, Oppo. No thanks. Now we have a flip, and our flip is better than theirs. Well, bam, that's how you do it, folks. That's what I like to see, that's what we've all been waiting for. We draw a not land, but that's okay, we got a card out of it. They could flip their captive weird, but it's not as good as my Mind Stinger. We also have a Deadly Derision next turn, so we can get in for another card. Okay, so do we just do it? Think we do. Nice. Draw another card. This one has been pretty decided by So if we play out the Drag Recycler, we have to draw land to cast our Merciless Repurposing next turn. So I think we save. Halo Forager, that's a good one. What can they get? Nothing? Oh no, they can do that. Yeah, I'll let them do it, and then I'll Corrupted Conviction in response. Mm-hmm. Okay, so not the ideal, but like, you know, we got like what, like 4 cards out of this thing? Okay, so now we have completed Huntmaster and Drag Recycler. We're also going to exile the Ichor Drinker. Just throw a bunch of stuff out there. Well, that's not very fun for me, but it's not going to flip this turn, God's willing. No flip. Ichor Drinker of their own. Etched Familiar of their own. Okay, so we flip up, we attack. They're at a relatively comfortable life total. I think I need to Final Flourish right now. I don't want this thing getting out of hand on their turn with some kind of random counterspell bullshit. So we'll go ahead and no attacks and pass. I could use the other Final Flourish as a combat trick, but I'm not interested in that. Well, that'll do. That's a good one. We do have the Merciless Repurposing, thankfully. They've assembled a very expensive Sarah Angel. Yeah, I mean, we are going to sack it. We're going to make it 3-3 instead. Make it 3-3. My turn. Well, are we just Final Flourishing? No, we're going to Merciless. Ooh, that's a good one. I think we're at a healthy enough life total where we can be okay to just flip this now and take 4 from the Angel. If they have literally exactly another battle, it'll be a little sucky, but that's okay. Now we have the ability to start transforming our 1/1s. Sword of Once and Future. Protection from black and from blue. Well, thankfully, we're not playing any blue. We have some green stuff we can block with as well. Unfortunately, we do have to do this now. Target this, sacrifice this, I guess. So if I sacrifice this, I can't really effectively block the Etched Familiar if they suit it up, because it'll be a 3-4 or a 5-4. So I need to actually sacrifice the Blight Sower. Yeah. Kind of sucks, but... Sure, but I don't mind that. Okay. Well, it doesn't have protection from colorless, so I don't really have to care too much about that. That's the good news. I don't want to give them too many opportunities to draw stuff, but I have everything in my hand at instant speed, so either Blade Agent's fine by me. I mean, sure. They're gonna transform? Sure. And this is the power of completed Huntmaster. Well, we're not going to do anything with that, so we're just going to pass again. Are we going to play out the land? I guess we are, just in case. I haven't done the math, but like this plus sack plus something else? Oh, well, that's not good. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I think we just do this now, like... Not fun, but... Flying creatures that give card advantage, not really the sort of thing I want to see my opponent play. No attacks, pass turn. Next turn we can really turn the corner and start attacking with a few of our things. Okay, so... yeah, we're just gonna sacrifice the Ichor Drinker here. Not give them a treasure token. They're still missing red mana, so the treasure token could actually be a, okay, sure, that's fine. Whatever. Do they want to trade for one of my tokens? Well, I guess two, technically, because it has Death Touch. Vanquish the weak. Yeah, it's not bad. It means I don't really have the best attacks right now, though. That's the problem. Hold on. So, I have, what, 6 attackers? They block 3 3/3s, they take 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I had onboard lethals, what you're... no, Ichor Drinker puts them at higher. Never mind. But if they don't have anything next turn, there's definitely a way I can claw myself to lethal. It's fine. Okay, so we do this. We block there. Then we sacrifice it. Make them lose a life. We've taken one blocker out of the equation. They've gained no life in the exchange. They've re-equipped to the Gixian Mind Stinger. We let that slide. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have let it slide. We do this. My turn. We do this. Cast Doomscar. Well, I cannot pay for. Are these dead on board though? So they block 3, and they take 3 times 3 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then they have to claw their way out of this next turn. I think I do just Slam Jam, right? Like, they still have to be 5 creatures next turn. They're gonna gain like 3 life. They go to 1. Doomscar Warrior would have done it if they didn't have the counterspell. But now they have to tap... Okay, so they're going to tap both of their creatures. No, that's what I thought. They go to 4, fine by me. They surveil 2, they get a... I don't know. They don't actually have any thing in the graveyard they can cast, so... They just surveil 2. Cast a Skittering Surveyor. I'm telling you, the Skittering Surveyor, not enough to keep them alive. Still not enough. Alright, we just flunge, and that's lethal, right? They block a 3, and they take lethal. Alright. Wow, what a game. Definitely some back and forth there, but we did what we needed to pull it out. A couple of misplays on my part. I probably should have killed the Mind Stinger while I had the opportunity. But we didn't get punished too hard for it because we still won the game. Always nice to see. Shahrazad, wow, they must have competed pretty hard to get that username. We have nothing. Okay, so we have a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s, and these are pretty incredible 4 and 5. So I think we're going to keep it and hope we draw into stuff. Please, something? Ichor Drinker. A little bit late to the party, but you know what? That's okay. We're just going to hold up the Corrupted Conviction. Yep. I think we're honestly just going to sack too. Looking for bigger and better things to do than this. Worst case, we have produced the thing. Oh wow, look at that. Incredible. Beautiful. Yeah, we're just gonna do this, because next turn we have the Doomscar Warrior. They can kill something if they want with Final Flourish, but that would just be the Ichor Drinker. It does look like that's in their hand. Ichor Shade, however, not gonna do the trick. Let's see. So this turn I think that we do this. Do this. No attacks pass. Well, that's a good one. Well, that's okay. I also have a couple of good ones inside of my deck. So, do we just cast a Glissa? I mean, what else am I doing, right? This is 6. And it doesn't even kill, so... No attacks. Nice Mythic. I'm gonna try and see if my rare can win instead. If you don't flip this, it is just a 4-mana wonderful kill spell. Okay, well, I'm not afraid of Swamp Cycling. However, this does die to, probably the card that's in their hand right now. I forget what it's called. Vanquish the Weak? Another Ichor Shade. Well, that's not going to do it. So we can play out the Doomscar Warrior, put it on the Glissa, and give Glissa first strike and death touch. It's pretty good, right? Yeah, why not, right? Yep, right here. Would you like to block and lose a creature? No chumps from the opponent. Interesting. I'll take an Ether Blade Agent, thank you. And do I play it? I guess I do, right? Can always flip up the tokens next turn, so... Well, Invasion of Golgotha, not really... Yeah, not enough. Sorry, you're a little late to the party with that one. They do get an extra counter on their Ichor Shades, however. Problem is, those don't profitably block my Glissa anyway, because of Vanquish the Weak. So... How much mana do I have? Not enough. Damn. Yeah, we'll just incubate 2. Attack here. See if they'd like to offer the double block. This is the do you want to get blown out check. Sadly, my opponent does want to get blown out. Bink. Another 2 for 1 for me. And at this point, I can just kind of sit back, rest on my haunches with 5 2/2s in play, safe in the knowledge that there's basically no card in the format that just beats my board state. Alright, so now we just flip over the Ether Blade Agent. It does have trample, so I do need to be a bit careful, but... They're gonna just let it go. I draw a card. Wow, that's a card. That sure is a card, isn't it? Ichor Shade's fine by me. Although next turn, honestly, if they do anything untoward here, I might just have lethal. And I'm inclined to just go for it because I have Breach the Multiverse as a backup plan. Okay, so... Even casting the Vanquish doesn't do it, so I'm just going to let it go. Yeah, we are going to Vanquish here. I think I do just have lethal on board, right? So we play this out, play out the Breach. We'll take a Gyruda from my graveyard, right? No, we have to take the Glissa so we can flip up our tokens. And from their side, we take the Gloomfang Mauler. Gloomfang Mauler will target this. Go to combat. Give all of my stuff. Flip ups and attack with the crew. Thanks. They go to 1, I draw an extra card, and we'll go ahead Oppo, I mean, do your worst. I mean, literally, only board wipe does it here. That's not gonna do it. I really thought that they were just straight up dead. I mean, I did not think that they would survive at any life total. Yeah, I mean, they get to flip a thing here if they want to attack, but like, the game's over, come on. Okay, one more win in the tank. We'll just jump right into the next one. We'll give it a pause while we wait for the next opponent. I just thought about it, and if I'd counted up that the Gloomfang Mauler wasn't going to be enough, what I really should have done is select a better card out of their graveyard. Although I don't really know what there was that was better than the Gloomfang. I mean, I guess all of my options are great. I don't think any of the options just straight up kill them on the spot. Well, we have 2 nice 2s, and if we draw black mana, we have access to all the other stuff in our hand. And these are some pretty good 2s, so we'll keep it. It's a bit risky, but we're on the play with a Finn, and, you know, that's a good place to be in. Another green mana, not quite what I was looking for. They're in red, so it looks like maybe some early removal. Nope, none. Okay, so the thing about Doomscar Warrior is that it's great next turn if I hit any land. Please, please, please land. That's what I would love to see. Love to see a land. Any land. Even forest. I'll even take basic forest. Okay, Appa, what you got? Pretty deep in the tank here. Valduk. Okay, well, I did ask and I did receive, so we're gonna Doomscar Warrior up the Finn. We're gonna attack with the Finn and the Herbology Instructor. Well, actually, we're just gonna attack with the Finn because it's a 2/4. Kinda goofy of me. Would you like to chump block or let me get my pick of the top 2? They choose that. I get nothing. Fair enough. But you know what? I'm kind of glad those cards are on the bottom anyway. I can't cast either of them, so... Shrug. So the problem with Valduk is that it's actually an awful blocker. I mean god-awful. Well, so now we just flunge with these 2, and if they have a combat trick, it goes very poorly for them. Sandstalker Moloch. Yeah, that still doesn't really block the Doomscar Warrior very well. Let's just trample, so we're just going to do this. Draw a card, please. Okay, oh wow. You know, I would love to take the Glissa, but I'm not... Oh, actually, never mind, I have 5 lands. Stupid me. Yeah, I'll just take a Glissa. No big deal. I forgot that I had 5 lands in play. If I'm Oppo, I'm just thinking, wow, how did this all go so wrong? Okay, so... Not a Phyrexian, but if I attack and they block... Oh, actually, I don't even have to do that. Jesus. Yeah. I guess I didn't really have an option but to play into the onboard trick, and we cruise up to Platinum Tier 3 with a very... Honestly, we just kind of steamrolled. We kept a risky hand and it paid off in the best way imaginable. Alright, let's keep it going. Looking to speed run through the rest of the games. Got a lot of stuff to do today. Okay, find our opponent. They're on the play, but we have a nice 1, a 2, a 3, and another good 2. Just value all the way down the line. Yeah, I like this. Fourth land, happy to see that. We don't really need more than the single green. We are going to attack here. Whoops, almost played that. And we're going to play out the Herbology Instructor. It's good against, rather specifically, got the -2/-2 kicker trick. Either blade agent of their own. So now we can hold back the Ichor Drinker and not be upset about that. I think we do. Just play out the completed Huntmaster. We'll attack with the Herbology Instructor. They're not going to block. Yeah, they want that sweet card draw. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to chump with the Ichor Drinker, so like, whatever. Then the Ichor Drinker turns into a 3/3 anyway, thanks to completed Huntmaster. All this does is like really take a whole lot of time away from their game plan. The more time that they're spending trying to get this thing through, the longer the game has for Glissa to take over. So what do we have this turn? I can't Blight Reaper this turn, but I can Ichor Drinker. Sacrifice to the Huntmaster block. And in the worst case, I can chump with the Herbology Instructor and not feel too bad about it. Since I have the Glissa. Sculpted Perfection, huh? Well, that is a good one. However, we still have good blocks here, because what we can do is block sack the 2/2. Yeah. I think they're seeing that I can do that. But they should probably make me do it anyway, otherwise... Wow, really? I mean, sure. Little did they know, I'm okay with chumpsies. So, we're gonna just play this out and encourage them to start using some removal. We jump with a 1/1 at this point. Next turn we have flip the Herbology Instructor. But at that point I think we might just be playing the Glissa. I want to keep 3 cards in my hand in case they have the Mind Rot. I'd like them to use removal on the completed Huntmaster, or even the Herbology Instructor, something to like make me feel more comfortable about just deploying the Glissa onto the board. But Glissa's just fine as it is. Well, Shauna's not going to do anything. Vanquish, that's nice. Can't be the target of abilities I control, but Vanquish is not an ability, so we actually have a lot of options here. And honestly, I think that all we're going to do is flip up. Oh, whoops. I'm kind of stupid, aren't I? Yeah, I literally repeated like 5 times that Shauna was immune to abilities, and then I just flipped it up anyway. And didn't kill the Shauna. That's not very smart. Hopefully it doesn't cost me too much. Sculpted Perfection is pretty good, but oh wow, another one? Okay. I only have a 5/5, but my blocks are about as good as they were last turn. There's another Herbology instructor, but problem is their things are 4/4s now. So if I play out the Glissa, I can sacrifice it to the completed Huntmaster if something goes terribly wrong. And I still have pretty good blocks up for the Gitaxian Mind Flare. Or Mind Stinger, rather. So they didn't have instant speed removal there, which is interesting. I had really put them on the -2/-2 kicker trick, but I guess they don't have it. And we're just not going to attack, so whatever. They flip up, get a thing. Not a thing that matters, of course. Now that I have a Glissa. I could have Merciless Repurposing, I guess, but they won't get a Phyrexian out of it. And I'll get a 3/3, so I'll be up a card. More or less. Plus I already have the 2/2s, so like... I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I have 2 removal spells and a Herbology Instructor in my hand. Like, feeling pretty good about my board state. If they want to attack, that's fine with me. I mean, even if they swing out, I'm pretty happy about it. They go post-combat, and they are just going to fire it off, and I'm just going to sacrifice. Well, it's a good one, right? Yeah, I mean, shit. Get a Blight Reaper Thallid, I pass turn. Converter Beast, sure. It's a 2/3 and it makes them a 7/7. Okay, cool. It's pretty goofy. Oh wow. I don't have anything with Death Touch, all I have is Skyruda. That's not Death Touch, it's just a big dude. So I'm gonna start quickly amassing an army of 3/3s. Yeah, we are gonna just pay the full price on that. The iron price, as it were. Then we're just gonna pass the turn. No reason to make bad attacks here. But like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 3/3s in the bank. Plus, anything that they try to hit with removal just gets sacked to the Huntmaster. My hand's still incredible, like I have just so much stuff here. I just have no reason to use any of it. Although the Vanquish is quickly becoming borderline unusable. But okay. Not interested in sacrificing board presence, so I'll just sacrifice one of my 2/2s to make a 3/3 instead. Play out a land. Do I even play out the Herbology Instructor? I guess not, right? I mean, what's the point? Well, Finn is not bad. I just have a lot of things to use my mana on anyway. And holding up Deadly Derision seems like a good plan. So now I just pass. What I would not like to see is removal on my completed Huntmaster before I can really start to get the ball rolling. Looks like that may be what's happening. The card is strong. They may just, you know, understand that now. Failed conversion, huh? Yeah, well, we are gonna sacrifice something, right? It's gotta be, what, a 1/1? Yeah, that sucks, but, like, I mean, whatever. I still have a, raised dead effect inside the deck, and I also have Breach the Multiverse. So I have a lot of fuel. A lot of ways to get that baby back. Although Breach is fast becoming a risky proposition, unless I can simultaneously mail out my opponent with it. I still have an army of 3/3s though. Like, in spite of all the progress I've made towards building up a strong board state, I'm still in a pretty commanding position. Or at least in a good parity position. I have more cards in hand, I have more things to do. Like, the onus is on them to do something to win the game, not me. You could argue that it's a little bit different now that I don't have the Huntmaster, but like, I have a stable. Oh, well, speak of the devil there. That's that. Skip back Glissa, completed Huntmaster, right? Don't really see a reason to do anything else, so. Well, there's my Breach going, unfortunately, but, you know, whatever. Oh bloody, oh bloody, life goes on. Thanks, buddy. It is a common. Sometimes you kinda have to put commons in your opponent's hands. It happens. So next turn, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Phyrexians? 9 Phyrexians? I just give my Phyrexians first strike and death touch and go nuts, right? What happens if I do that? Doomscar Warrior to go with it? Oh dear. I don't quite have enough to really go off. And I don't have any death touch creatures currently in play. If I play Finn, that's good, but problem is if I attack and I don't just have full lethal on the spot, I do kind of die on the backswing, don't I? Yeah, because they don't have trample, they just get first strike death touch. So this turn I should probably just play out the Glissa. Or should I even do that? Yeah, I'll play out the Glissa. I don't get to hold up Deadly Derision, but that's okay. No attacks. Forest cycling. Interesting. They did only have single green. Phyrexian Awakening. Okay, Vigilance, that's fine. I'm not really worried about Vigilance. I mean, the reason they haven't been attacking is definitely not because they are afraid of my Vigilance, or that they're afraid of the Crackback. They've been not attacking because they just have really bad attacks. What are we doing? Yeah, I think we're sacrificing a 1/1. So we can Doom Scar onto the Glissa. First Strike Death Touch my team. And they have to put a four creatures in front of it to keep me from drawing a card. Seems pretty good, right? Can't lose, right? Nah, I don't know. Look, I think we just play out a Finn. We play out like a Dina. What's Dina do? X plus O or X is a sacrifice creature. That doesn't do anything. Look, I think we just hold position. $13, $15. No attacks. End turn. Okay, my opponent just concedes. I'm not trying to like slow roll them or anything, but like there's definitely sequences that put me to a loss there. And I don't really lose anything but my time by holding back till I have an insurmountable board position. Because even if they find a way to just completely wipe the board there, my hand is just stacked, just completely stacked. I have like 2 removal spells, like 2 different creatures, a Death Toucher, card advantage. No reason to risk it when I already have the biscuit firmly falling into my mouth. Okay, we'll give it a pause before the next match. We found an opponent. In the meantime, I managed to get some something to drink. We have a pretty bad hand here, so we're going to give it a mull. Much, much better hand. Look at this. Very nice. We have a 1, 2, and a 3. Honestly, I think we're just pitching a land here. Like most of the cards in my hand are castable anyway, so seems a bit risky, but we're going to do it. Caught a drink while the video was paused. Always good to keep yourself hydrated. Are we drag recycling or Dina? Yes, we can drag recycler. So Dina is actually a pretty cool combo with a drag recycler. Start sacrificing stuff to drain my opponent for a pretty hefty amount. I guess I should have played that. A bit foolish of me. Are they gonna block? Really? They just give free value? Okay. A bit disappointing that I didn't play out the Dina first, but you know, whatever. Still stuck on 2 lands, sadly, but like, my hand's good. I still have 2 cards I can play. The 3rd land gets me to all of my other stuff as well. Important tracker number 2, okay. Fair enough. The Black Reaper Thallid? Sure. I think I'm just gonna play out the Instructor. Well, no, we'll play out the Thallid. This puts an onus on them to kill the Thallid, and then the Blight, the Herbology Instructor just drains them for an additional point. Of course, there are ways that this could go wrong. Well, Disturbing Conversion is not one of them. Creature's fine just being an enchantment. They mill land. Okay, fair enough, I guess. But we draw land anyway, because we're the good guys. So they could have a bounce spell here. How bad does that get me? Not that much. Whatever. I'm okay with that. If I lose some tempo here, I lose some tempo here, but like... Okay, I don't lose tempo. I just get to do the thing. They could have a Sandstalker Moloch, but if they want to just trade with one of my dudes, I'd prefer it be the Blight Sower, so... Yeah. Moloch? No Moloch. They had something, but evidently they didn't feel like casting it. But I'm on the guard for the Moloch now, because I left up specifically 3 mana, 2 of which could have been green. So if they leave up 3 mana again, I'm looking to keep Theorbology. Oh, was this Pelucranos or Tribute? Timberland Ancient. Well, that one doesn't bother me. I have Final Flourish. Am I just sacrificing the Dina? It's possible. I very well may do that. No, I think the Dina's gonna be good. Sacrifice my 1/1. Combat. Bink, bink. So now, every one of my creature sacrifices drains them for 2 thanks to Dina. And I have enough on board just to kill them on the spot. That's fine. Just play out this, right? 5 mana, not enough to do anything with, so yeah, we'll do that. Do this. Pass turn. Okay. Alright, well, that's that. Good job. Is that the clean sweep? Pretty sure that's a clean sweep victory, folks. We have a little reward here. And yep, that is right. That's a clean sweep 7-0. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I had a real blast this time around. We had a pretty busted deck, as you can see. I actually think that's my first actual 7-0 of the format. I've had a couple 7-win drafts, but nothing 7-0. And honestly, I gotta blame it on Breach the Multiverse, Garuda, and of course Glissa. The standout performer absolutely rules every time it comes down on the board. Just sit behind it and you're kind of guaranteed victory. Then of course Doomscar Warrior didn't hurt either. You know, just all the rares, every one that I found that was in black and green, and nobody else played them, so I did. Well, actually I was in a bot draft, so I guess I could thank Wizards for that one. Hashtag sponsored, right? Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. You can check out the description to find my articles at hipstersofthecoast.com, as well as commandersherald.com, otherwise known as EDH Rec. Some sweet stuff on there every week at Hipsters, and bi-weekly at Commander's Herald. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe. I had a real blast. Peace out, everybody.